each other. I imagine we always will be. But listen, the only thing I would say is, as much as I love them both, they talk absolute crap, right? The nonsense that pours out my brother's mouth is ridiculous. Even so, it's traditional for the best man or men to do a speech. So just bear with them. Humour them, if you must. They lie about absolutely everything. I love them, but they talk rubbish, so just go with it, okay? So without any further ado, I'll pass you over to my best men, Tweedledum and Tweedledee.
Don't worry, we left it on the incriminating stuff. Can I have a round of applause, please? I always like to get a round of applause at the start, because I don't usually get one at the end. Hello everyone, welcome. Thank you for coming. My name's Sam, and I'm one of two best men today. To begin this scrutiny, I'd like to call upon my long-time associate, Stephen J.D. Cowan.
And I've agreed because of the cash incentive. I'm charged by the hour and my people will chase them down.
Watch out, you know what Stephen's people are like. I would keep my trousers on. If I were you. So me and Stephen were discussing how long we thought this speech should be. We couldn't quite work it out, but Stephen suggested it should last roughly the same amount of time it will take Daniel to perform his marital duties tonight.
Thanks. So that was quite a ceremony. I think we can all agree that you're quite thoroughly married.
Everyone knows that Daniel talks too much. In fact, I'm surprised his speech ended. I brought a sleeping bag just in case.
And actually, we might all get to eat before midnight.
Great speech though, Daniel. I'd just like to say on behalf of me and Stephen, to the bride and the bridesmaids, you all look really beautiful today. Like you, Stephen. Shane Daniel, good job at that one.
That's right. Never mind.
Gentlemen, I'm sure you'll agree with me that it's a shame today to see a beautiful girl like Anita leave the available list. Ladies, I'm sure you'll agree that today has gone by without so much as a ripple.
To be fair, he scrubbed us pretty well for a good bit. Of course, for Sam and I, this is more than just a best man speech, because Daniel made it very clear that only one of us can be best man at his next wedding.
Sorry for that one. We did try more at it, but okay, having said that, it is an honour to be here today as Daniel's best men. In preparing for this task, we agreed on 3 basic responsibilities. These were to make sure the groom gets here on time, sober, and looking good.
Well, 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
We're best men, not plastic surgeons.
So Sam, how does a baboon go about escaping the zoo and getting a decent girl like Anita?
Well, Stephen, Daniel and Anita met at a house party some years ago. She was batting her young eyelashes at this young, handsome, and really funny guy. Unfortunately, he left. But she soon got to meet Daniel, and they actually fell in love.
A bit like a modern day Beauty and the Beast.
That's a bit harsh on the Beast, Stephen.
So, Dan proposed on Christmas Day, effectively stealing Christmas, a bit like the Grinch.
Of course, far less handsome.
Oh, yeah. But Anita, we have to say, it's great of you to take on such a responsibility and take on Daniel for the rest of your life with all his special needs.
It's the Christian thing to do.
You should do that. Father John would say the same. And equally, it's amazing to see a ginger person like Daniel going against the trend by actually having prospects. Right, okay, Stephen. It's a wedding. We did a few anecdotes to show just how much of a boobin Daniel is.
Take your pick.
Where do we start?
Birth.
Okay, we had many holidays together when we were younger.
We used to travel the world from the Far East to the United States. In Florida, Daniel nearly died.
Unfortunately, he nearly pulled through. And he did pull through. That's why he's here today. And he became the man he is today.
Quite a generously proportioned man.
Do you remember we used to go on the bottomless pit? Because we would just eat and eat and eat. And we didn't know where he put it all. Stephen, there's your answer.
Yeah, seriously, the cake is for everyone. From the time running,
You can get 2 slices if you want. Here's one. When we were growing up, Stephen was always the responsible one. He would look after the house when Mum and Dad were away. Except the time he slept with the babysitter. They don't know about that, they do now. Once Stephen was at uni, however, they decided to see if Daniel could look after the house for one night. One. It cost 15 grand.
Yeah, basically, I just trekked back up all the way from Wales to find I'd landed in the house party from hell. As screaming townsfolk fled the scene, local gangster Australians were leaving nothing unsoiled. So I did what any responsible person would do and called the police, while Daniel cowered in the toilet, much like he was earlier.
There's a guy just going about with a golf club, just swinging it into the walls, which is never good. But no one else could have made us look that good.
Yeah, so we should be thanking you, really.
We don't thank Ginger Stephen, we bully and belittle him. Anyway, he is getting married today, we'll thank him anyway.
Yeah, thank you for being so easy to ridicule.
But of course, today is more than about ridiculing Daniel. It's about love, commitment, family, friendship, and lifelong companionship, which I'm sure that you will have.
I bet mostly the free booze.
Which would explain why we're here. Daniel, there's very little that remains unachieved in your life. You've got a great wife, a great career, and everyone here is proud of you.
Yeah,
to
to the utter bewilderment of everyone around here.
Before long, you'll have your own family, and it'll be every bit so as extraordinary as the last.
We'd just like to thank everyone who had a hand in making this day special. The bridesmaids, the grooms, Father John, and my mother for her outstanding effort, and the bride and groom, I suppose.
Everyone, I'd like to raise a toast to our golden couple, to the bride and groom, Daniel and Anita.
To the bridegroom.
A shining example of love and hope in such frivolous times. We wish you a lifetime of love and content.